Let's watch this King Von one, man.
From beating up bops to nearly burning down the whole jail, these are King Von's most disrespectful and savage moments behind bars. Recently, King Von has been the main topic of discussion after footage of him started going viral while doing time in Cook County Jail. But first, let's talk about what landed him behind bars. In 2014, King Von was chilling at a house party, and during the party, a guy named Malcolm Stuckey and some of his friends were mean-mugging Von to try and scare him. Von decided not to try anything since he was outnumbered, so he left the party in the gray vehicle to go pick up his homie, Big Mike, for backup. Around 45 minutes later, King Von and Mike returned to the party, but parked in an alley near the house. The two of them hopped out of the car with loaded guns and headed to the front of the house. Malcolm Stuckey and two others were sitting on the front porch when Von and Big Mike opened fire on them. Malcolm and the other man ran down the street to escape, but both ended up getting hit. The other man on the porch was hit as well, as he was attempting to run inside the house. In the end, 3 people were critically wounded, but Malcolm Stuckey unfortunately got hit in the head and passed away later that day. After the drill, Von and Big Mike ran back to their whip and fled the scene, but both of them ended up getting arrested days later. During the investigation, over 20 shell casings were recovered. Big Mike even admitted to police that he shot a gun 15 to 16 times at one of the victims. King Von, on the other hand, refused to say anything during interrogation, so the two were held without bond and were facing life in prison for charges of first-degree murder and 2 attempted murders. And while behind bars, King Von was still breaking the rules and disrespecting his ops. Starting with the time King Von straight up exposed his op in jail because all of the inmates were in a holding cell. And while in the cell, everything was all good until Von noticed his op, 051 Freaky. Once he saw him, Von slipped out of his handcuffs and headed toward Freaky. Freaky tried to hide, but Von caught him since he couldn't do much and started throwing hands at him and knocking him to the ground. 2 other inmates joined in to help Von, and thankfully, prison guards came to the rescue and broke everything up. And Von and Freaky were both removed from the bullpen. And one thing that had everyone confused was...
Who the fuck names himself Freaky, bro? If you could pick any name to be a hood nigga and you pick your name Freaky, nah, it's niggas like that you gotta watch out for, bro. No cap.
How Von was able to slip out of the handcuffs.
You could even see that he was cuffed, correct? Because you can see the marks from the cuffs on his arm. How'd you get out of your cuffs? How'd you get out of your cuffs? You don't want to, how'd you get out of your cuffs?
I was still in them.
You thought you were still in them? Are you double jointed? I'm just asking. I'm not gonna put a case on you or nothing. I just want to know, man.
No, I just got home.
Turns out, the reason Von attacked Freaky was since he had a disrespectful tattoo on his body saying, LA Capone. Not long after the incident, someone made a tweet saying Davon beat somebody up before court yesterday because he had a LA tattooed on his arm. After the fight, police wanted a statement from Von and Freaky, and this is what Von had to say when questioned by police.
You don't want to explain what happened? You refuse to give a statement?
That's my statement right there. I ain't doing it.
Mr. Bennett stating that he did not do anything. Anything else you want to add?
Bro.
You have any entries?
051 Freaky also stayed solid after the fight because when questioned, this is what he had to say.
Mr. Howard, you don't want to explain what happened?
Slight accident. It's nothing though. It's nothing.
Anything else you want to add? Do you have any entries?
People weren't surprised that Von did that when seeing Freaky, since 051 are the ones responsible for LA Capone's death. Because on September 26, 2013, while leaving the recording studio around 6 p.m., LA went to look for his ride down the street. As he was walking down the alley near 70th Street and Stony Island Avenue, he was approached by a dude later identified as 051 Lil Mick and gunned down. So Von wanted to get back to that situation. But that ain't the only time Von exposed one of his ops while behind bars, because he also did the same with Lil J. One clip went viral where Von asked the guards if he could get moved to protective custody. And it seemed like he wanted to get moved there badly because he even put on a suspicious act so the guards could move him there.
Sexual orientation, you're requesting protective custody, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Valid, Josh. You too.
And Von didn't actually want to get moved to protective custody. He just wanted to get moved to another deck.
He doesn't want anything, he just wants to move across the hall.
Oh,
I asked him if he wanted a piece, he don't want it. He just wants to move across the hall.
At first, no one knew the real reason why he was doing this, but it turned out that he didn't want to be on the same deck as his op, Lil J, since Lil J is very sus. Once Von found out that Lil J was in protective custody, he told the guards that he couldn't go there due to Lil J being in there, since Lil J takes booty.
I'm trying to get some off the deck. They're trying to kill you. They stab you, whoever they do for you, stand with.
That doesn't happen in protective custody. I just offered you protective custody and you refused it.
I'm saying, I done did so much to people in the room. You gotta check my pants though. Y'all got all that shit on the computer. You got jumping going.
Sir, that's up to classification to assign you different cells, okay?
Von isn't the only one who doesn't want to be around Lil J, because his own friend, FBG Butter, doesn't even want to be around him. Because instead of being around Lil J, Butter asks guards if he could be moved to the hole.
Well, I'll rap me down. I got whole key separate on my rap. My rap, they got me jumped on and everything. I can't go down now.
What up? Go on.
Yeah, I'm not going no shit, but I do bad ass. Shit, ain't ready for me call.
You want to come to one up?
At first, not a lot of people believed Von when he tried exposing Lil J for being suspicious while behind bars, because Lil J would always deny the rumors.
Another thing too is people were talking about, you know, some or messing with a guy. Let's clear the air on that too. That's like the number one thing people want to talk about.
When I heard that was the most goofiest I ever heard in my life. And I knew it had to come from somebody goofy or something. Don't never play my name like that, man. Never said no when I was out, none of that.
But the truth came out once a clip got leaked of Lil J letting a guy sit in his lap and kiss on him. And that ain't the only clip that proved the rumors to be true, because another clip got leaked showing Lil J confronting another inmate, since the inmate was harassing the dude that he talks to. Because in the clip, the dude calls Lil J to his cell to let J know that he's not leaving the cell since an inmate is harassing him. So Lil J then goes over to confront the inmate who was harassing the dude, and they meet in the cell to settle their differences. After the altercation, Lil J is removed from the day room by the guards, and the dude that Lil J was dating was finally able to walk out of his cell. After these clips hit the internet, people said King Von was right all along. And even some of Lil J's own gang members were clowning him after seeing those clips.
So to see you sitting there to be talking up a boy, trying to force a boy into the washroom, that means that you'll take anybody, given the time and the place. You the booty man. No, bro. That's the booty man.
One of Lil J's closest partners, King Yella, even confirmed the rumors to be true and explained what Lil J tried doing to him once.
I've seen you kind of speak on Lil J in the past a little bit, man, but I came across an old Say Cheese clip where you said that he tried to kiss you.
Tried to kiss me off a pill, man.
But Lil J isn't the only one who threw hands in the day room, because Von was also in the day room one day, and two dudes were jumping one of his ops. So once Von saw what was going on, he decided to jump in, and things didn't turn out nice after he did this. Because after someone tried to run up on Von after he jumped in, and that's when Von threw a hook and dropped the dude before getting chased by cops and tackled to the ground. But Von ain't only get into fights with other inmates while in jail, because he also had an incident where he had to fight a guard since, and he explains this situation in this interview after everything took place.
There was an incident that occurred up there at 2034 hours with Division 9 staff. Do you care to tell me in your own words what happened up there?
There was a refusal. The inmate didn't want to come and see me, so the white shirt came. The white shirt came in the room and said, go to the back. I told him I need to talk to him. Instead of talking, he just pushed me, got to punch him, grabbed him by my hair, slammed him in the toilet. Other COs rushed in. They handcuffed. They brought me downstairs. My hands too. They tried to say I hit him or something. Got no marks on my hands.
But that ain't nothing, because there's even an incident where King Von almost burned the whole jail down while being locked up. Because on April 15, 2017, King Von and several other inmates set fire to the Cook County Jail. The whole room was smoked out, and the fire was slowly getting larger. But over time, the fire slowly died out before things got too out of hand. Von was doing all types of things in jail, because there's even footage showing Von popping pills while behind bars. And once guards found out, they instantly put Von in handcuffs and took him to the hole for doing this. And after sitting in jail and going crazy for 3.5 years, Von's trial finally began. The trial lasted a total of 5 days, and the outcome was surprising, because Big Mike, Von's co-defendant, got sentenced to 28 years, and Von Von got acquitted of all charges. Von was finally free after 3.5 years in the Cook County Jail. Not too long after getting out of jail, Von got into a situation with Quando Rondo and lost his life outside of an Atlanta nightclub. But speaking of getting into it, click this video to see 7 rappers who attacked.
Hey man, that was King Von. Long live King Von, man. He a crazy rapper, you feel me? That was the Lil J thing, that was a little crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even know that. I didn't even hear about that shit. Some of this stuff in this video I heard before, but it ain't nothing new, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed that reaction.